Alright, bye everybody. Let's welcome back to the channel today. We got a special guest today. We got Randy.
Hi.
Anyway, he brought his bike over to the house here. We're going to do a 3-hole oil change on it. He's got this awesome looking 2017 Street Glide. Anyway.
Jerry wants awfully bad.
Yeah, I like to have it. It's got a beefed up motor in it. It's got a stage 4 tire shredder kit in it. So anyway, we're going to do an oil change on this thing, 3-hole oil change. So we're going to bring you along with it and show you how we do it, and hopefully this helps you out. If you like the content, please give it a subscribe and hit the like button and use the notification bell if you want to see more videos. So anyway, we're going to get this thing up on the lift and get this thing oil changed. Well, we got the bike up here on the lift, and well, we got the oil. We're going to use Harley Davidson oil today. This is what Randy wanted to ride in here. We're not going to do an oil debate because there's a lot of different oils out there. Everybody says this one's better, this one's better, this one's better. That ain't what this is about. So anyway, we're going to get up here and start getting the oil changed on it, and I will lay out the tools and get that all set up, and we'll start get the fluids drained out of here and get her serviced. Alright guys, we're fixing to drop the oil. We're going to do one hole at a time, that way nothing gets confused. Anyway, we'll loosen the oil fill right here. We loosened it. Now we're going to get down here underneath. Kind of hard to see. This right in here is the oil drain, so we're going to get that taken out and get the oil dumped. Alright, now we're going to twist that oil back, get that drain plug out. There we go. Alright, we got that draining. We're going to let that drain a minute, and we're going to look at his oil plug. Alright guys, this is the oil plug. There ain't a whole lot on this. It looks good. The oil plug actually looks pretty clean. No lock thread nor anything on there. But we are going to change the O-ring. Always change your O-rings on there. But if you notice a lot of metal on this, it's probably a good thing to get it checked out. But this in here is actually pretty clean. So there ain't really hardly any metal shavings, very little on there, so I think it'll be alright. So anyway, we're gonna let this drain and we'll get back with you. Alright, we're gonna get this old O-ring off of here. We'll replace it. Always replace these. They're just pennies, so get a new one. Don't risk it. You don't want an oil leak on here. So alright, we're going to put this oil seal back on and get it back on here. Like I said, inspect your threads and stuff, make sure they're nice and clean. But this one looks really good. There ain't nothing on it to worry about. I mean, everything looks really clean, so you don't have to take it up. If it is, take a wire brush, clean them up real good before you put them back in. Alright, well, now we got our little funnel thing here that kind of helps get the oil back down in here. You can pick these up off of Amazon, or you can go to Harley and pick them up. And we got our oil wrench. We're going to spin this oil filter over here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this filter out of here. They come out pretty good. Now let me go get my rag real quick and we'll kind of clean up in there. always have a good rag. But this really did what it's supposed to do.
It shouldn't be that bad. But everything, you're going to get a little bit anyway.
Yeah, you'll probably get a little bit down in there where this residual is going to drip down, but you want to get cleaned up and make sure your ring came off of there. Your O-ring that seals it. So we got that on there pretty good. So. All right. Well, now we'll go ahead. Randy opted for the nice fancy chrome filter.
Well, I thought it had chrome on it, so if I didn't know it was black, or I would have went black.
The rest of the bike's got chrome on it, so we're going to use chrome. So take some of the old oil, I always do, and put it on there. You can use a new oil, old oil, as long as it don't have no particles or anything in it, you're good. And on it, now these here you want to put on about a half a turn after it hits. You do not want to snug these things down. I've seen some videos where people's put these on, I think with the impact. Now it's right there. We're going to turn it by hand. And that should be good right there. Right there, that should be good. That's all you need.
Yeah.
You don't need to put it on there with an impact driver because it don't take that much. But this worked out really good. You can buy this on Amazon. I'll leave a link to this. The kit that I bought the whole kit. It's got come with the funnel, this, and all that. So I'll leave that on Amazon. That link on there. So anyway, let's get this done. We're going to put the drain plug back in. All right, guys. Now we're fixing to put this drain plug back in. This takes 14 to 21 foot-pounds. I'm going to set mine at 20 foot-pounds. But the proper way, as Harley says, is torquing between 14 and 21 foot-pounds. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. Get it up in there. I'm going to get a hand tight. Go ahead and clean this off. Right there. This in here. There it went. Okay, it's tight. So whenever you hear it click the first time, you're done. You don't need to do it anymore. So anyway, now we're going to get where we fill the oil up. It takes 4.5 quarts, I think, what Harley Davidson recommends.
What they told me.
So we're going to get it filled up. And on your dipstick here, you see this, hard to tell, but it's got two different levels. One is if it's on your jiffy stand, or one is up on the lift straight up and down. So we'll be measuring with it straight up and down on here. So anyway, let's get the filter and get the oil. Just pour it in as you watch it. Alright, we're filling the oil up. Randy's gonna be YouTube famous. Anyway, we're getting the oil put in. This is actually Randy's first time, I think, doing an oil change on his bike. Or actually doing an oil change period on a bike.
Yep, it is. Randy don't have the money or finances to do it no more. Do dealerships.
Well, dealerships starting to get so expensive, it's hard to do. I mean, you take it in $400 or $500 for an oil change. It's kind of ridiculous when you buy all your oil and filter and everything for about $120 in a little bit of time. If we wasn't making a video, it probably wouldn't take near as long, but we're trying to do kind of, anybody can do an oil change on their motorcycle. Let's take a little bit of time and effort. And you can do this on a jiffy stand if you don't have a lift table, or they actually have good motorcycle jacks that you can put it up on, and you can actually do this with. But if you need to do it on the ground, just whenever you drain your oil, make sure you pull your bike upright to get all the oil out of it. but anybody that can do this, I mean, it's not that hard to do. You just just follow your specs on your particular motorcycle, no matter what brand you have. Because I gotta do an oil change on my wife's Indian here, and I'll bring you guys along with that too.
You should have just had the one hole on her Indian.
Yeah, Indian only has one hole. Got 3/4 just about in.
Here's the fourth.
4th quart. Alright, now the next bottle we're only going to pour about half a bottle in. Then when we get ready to start the motor, we'll check it and make sure.
16
ounces. We'll pour about 16 ounces of this in there. So just pour a little bit at a time and keep checking. Or you can get your measuring cup and pour 16 ounces in it and then pour it in. It's up to you, but you gotta remember you gotta fill your filter. And it's kind of hard to fill the filter with it on its side. You can put a little bit of oil in it if you need to, but
no more, huh?
yeah, you got about a few more ounces to put in. Let's start with that. That looks about right. There's about 16 ounces left in that bottle, so we'll get that done, and we'll go ahead and we're going to probably go ahead and do the primary first, then we'll do the transmission. We'll let that kind of drain in there. But anyway, when we get to the primary side, just put your dipstick back in, check it, and but once we start it up, we'll do the final checks on it and make sure it's good. So anyway, we're fixing to go to the primary side and do it, then we'll come over and do the transmission. Alright guys, we come over here to the primary side. Number one thing, take your primary cover off first. Take your derby cover off, because if these screws are stripped and you can't get this off right away, you're gonna have a bad day, because you can't put oil back in that without having that cover off. So it takes a T27, and this is what I use. I got this from Harbor Freight, this Quinn, and it's got all kinds of stuff in here. I mean, stuff to help take your brakes off, because they take these special bits, these sockets. Got all your Allen, all your star bits, your torque bits, whatever, and longs and shorts. So anyway, you need a T27, what we got here, and we'll get these taken off. Alright, let's get these taken off here. Because if somebody before you didn't use like a T25 and stripped it out, it's a bad deal. But these are all here coming out pretty good. They seem pretty solid, so. Now this calls for 28 ounces of fluid in your primary, but you can either measure it out, or you can really look and see where your oil level is, because the oil level, they have an indicator down here kinda, but you can always measure it out so you have the correct amount. Oil is not going to flow out of here. Alright, so the oil ain't gonna flow out of here. Let me get a rag. What did we do with it? Oh, we put it over.
What did we do with it? Oh, you hit it with it.
We'll get a light. Kind of show you this one here. Got some residual. But if you look right down here, you can see where the oil level is. This in here may have it just a tad much. But anyway, you can look right here, it's got a little place. It's kind of really, this in here is actually a little full. But anyway, if you can see it right below this, yours are pretty good. So, or you can either measure it out. Alright, now on your primary, let's get a light here so you can see. Your drain plug is right here on here, so we're going to get this drained out of here. Alright, we're getting this loose. We're going to get it kind of hand tight loose here. Now we can take it out here by hand. Until you want to keep a hold of this, because you want to make sure you don't have no big particles in your. Alright, now we're going to let that drain. We'll look here at the drain plug here in a second. Alright guys, now it's hard to tell. Let me step out here in the sunlight, but Randy, you hold this. Anyway, gotcha. There ain't hardly anything on here, but you will have some stuff on here because this is your clutch dust and stuff that comes off your clutch. So you will have some particles and stuff, but if you don't have no big chunks or anything holding on to it, you're going to be good. But again, change your O-ring on this plug. It looks like this one has a little bit of pipe dope or something on it, so we're going to clean this plug up. Alright guys, we got this all cleaned up now. It looks good. Put a new O-ring on it. Change your O-rings out, guys. You can't stress that enough, because what's a few cents worth of oil leak or anything. So we're going to get this put back in. Hard to do with one hand. There we go. Get it tightened back up. Okay, got it hand tight. We'll move this drain pan out of the way there. Got this hand tight. Then we'll get the torque wrench out. Alright guys, now we're going to torque this down. It's the same torque. All three holes is the same torque, 14 to 21 foot-pounds. So we're going to get this torque down. That's the click. We're done. You don't want to over torque it because you don't want to strip anything out, because it's metal against aluminum, so you don't want to make sure you don't want to strip anything out. So anyway, now we're going to step over and we'll get this filled. Alright guys, we're going to measure this in just for video purposes instead of eyeballing it. We're going to fill this up to 28 ounces to right there. Yep. Then we'll see where we're at from there once we get it full. But Harley says 28 ounces should fill it, but we'll see. This is with just taking the derby cover off. Now if you took everything out, it takes a little bit more.
This one, right?
Yeah. Pretty close right there. So we're gonna get that. Oh. Now we're gonna get this poured in here. This funnel makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it does.
Let me get it right. You can do this with a funnel, But like I said, I'll leave an Amazon link to this stuff. Alright, got that poured in. Let's let that settle for a second. Then we'll look down in here and see what we got. Okay. Now if you look down in here now, it's going to be hard to see down in there, but anyway, you can see the oil coming up almost touching the clutch plates. That's about where you want it. It could come up just a little bit more. We may put another ounce or so in there, but you don't want too much and you don't want too little. So alright guys, well, we're going to get this seal out of this derby cover. Anyway, I'm going to take my little pick here. You can use whatever, but some people don't change these every oil change. My thing is a few cents, $1 or $2, $3, $4, $5, probably worth it not having an oil leak. But you just want to make sure to get this set down in there really good, in there properly. There's no right or wrong way to put it in. Just got to get it down in there. Just like that. Alright, and if you want to know which way it goes, lettering goes up. Just like that.
I didn't know there was a certain way that went on.
Well, I don't know if it's right or wrong and different, but that's the way we're putting it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna get this put on. And we're gonna snug them up, then we'll torque them down. Alright, now we're going to get the torque wrench and get it torqued down. Alright, they recommend these bolts being torqued down to 84 to 108 inch pounds. Not foot pounds, inch pounds. So I set our torque wrench at 90 inch pounds. I think that'll be good, because I don't like to go on the high end. I don't want to go on the low end, so we kind of met in the middle. So we're going to get these done. And you want to do it in a star pattern.
No, three, 4.
Three
Yeah,
here.
you're right. Sorry, Jerry.
Okay, we got them all torqued down. So now we're going to go do the transmission. So we'll get the transmission dipstick pulled, then we'll get it drained. Alright guys, we're over here. We're going to take the dipstick out for the transmission. I'm going to let Randy hold the camera while I do that. And this is a 3/8. This ain't in there real tight, but this helps it breathe too whenever you're dropping your oil out of it. Let me get my rag real quick.
Yeah, it wasn't over by your tool box.
There it is.
Oh.
Heck, the rag was right here.
Huh.
So we get this cleaned off. I'm going to leave that in there so nothing gets down in there. Now we're going to drop the oil. And this takes the same socket. Let me go grab it. This Probably still on the torque wrench. We'll be working the other one now. Let me grab my light so we can see this.
Yeah, it is kind of dark out there underneath that.
Alright. So now there's another 5/8 bolt, the one that points straight down. That's going to be for your transmission. So we want to take that one out.
Yep, see that.
Let that dirty. Now you want to look at this too. This one's got a little bit on it, but you're going to have a little wear in there. There's no big chunks, it's just fine material. So that's going to be okay. Nothing big. That's just fine stuff that's collected. That's what that magnet's for. So we get that. We're going to change the O-ring out on this one. Change up. Can't stress that enough. A few cents. It's worth the money. Alright guys, we're going to get the plug back in.
Let me go on the other side and do that.
Let's see the damn hole.
I don't even see it.
I was feeling the wrong spot.
I don't say.
Alright, we're going to hand tighten this. We did put a new O-ring on it. And this is going to be torqued down to your 14 to 21. We got ours set on 20.
Goes right. I did come off.
Like I said, all three of these are torqued to the same. There you go. It's done. So now they call for 28 ounces of fluid of your oil. So we'll get that put in there. Kind of the tricky part. I'm gonna put this under here in case I spill any. You don't want to get it all over Randy's bike.
It's washable.
Now, they do recommend to check this once it's on the jiffy stand, not on an upright position.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, 28 ounces. I mean, this is easier getting a cup. It's got ounce measurements than trying to measure it out of the bottle. But you can do whatever you need to do. But yeah, they would recommend checking this, your final check on the jiffy stand in your transmission.
And your transmission?
In the transmission.
Oh.
The transmission check needs to be checked on your jiffy stand. The rest of them you can check straight up and down.
Oh, okay.
Your motor oil, it's got it both ways. You can check it straight up and down,
marked on the thing.
or on your jiffy stand. Either way, it's got marks on it for that. Alright, I'm going to put this back down in there so we get it off the jiffy stand, or get it off the clip, and we'll put it back down in there.
And you just kind of snug that.
Yeah, this one here just gets snug down. Not in there real tight. Just snug it. Alright. So that pretty much is how you get this done. We're going to lower it down, fire it up, make sure everything's good, all the fluids levels good, and we'll get back with you. Alright guys, well, we got it down here and got the checked it on the Jiffy stand for his transmission. Oil level looked good. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's probably gonna be a little bit long, but it's kind of how you do a 3-year oil change on a Milwaukee 8. And I hope you enjoyed it. So anyway, I'm gonna end it right here. Rubber side down, shiny side up.